Well, the roof is closed for comfort as we get set to bring you baseball from Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. Tonight, it's the home opener for this new season between the Atlanta Braves and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Well, Harold, you take a look at this Diamondback squad as they...
Well, Matt, I mean, the simple way to put it, they lost their last game. This is where baseball comes the best to me, where all the cliches come in. You got to have a short-term memory, and you really do. The game's over. You can't do anything about it. You got to come back today and play better and win. I don't know about you, Matt, but that pitch right there, that two-seam fastball, that tells me he might have a pretty good night. It's setting up a lot of things that could be important to his success.
Lifted in the air to center field. Yelich able to take this one in, and there's your first out. So striding forward now, Jacoby Ellsbury. And the average isn't pretty, down into the roaring 220s to begin the ball game. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Bases are empty, one man out. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A called strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Throw to first will be in time to take care of Ellsbury, and there are 2 gone now. At the plate, Logan Forsythe. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Hard ground ball to third. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. Stepping into the box, Wilmer Flores. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. A called strike on the inside corner.
Now, it's not always about velocity. There's some Hall of Fame pitchers that didn't throw that hard, but they made a living with that pitch.
And he misses. 2-1. 2 out with the man at first. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me with this. In is Christian Yelich. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Christian Yelich.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. These Braves as they take the field here tonight. They'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Forsythe will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Batting second.
Brandon Drury will bat next. Not the shiniest of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year. Lifted in the air out to right. Santana moves over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. And that'll get down for a 2-out single. So that extends the inning and gives Jake Lamb an opportunity with 2 out. Now at the plate, Jake Lamb. The average just a few ticks shy of 300 for the season. So perhaps a hit or 2 in this one could put him up over the top. And this is off the corner and low. Ball 1. Looks at a sinker there that drops in. 1-1.
There's 2 pitches in a row, Matt, that were away. If this is any indication how he's going to pitch in the rest of that bat, he's saying you're going to beat me the other way. Nothing inside for him to pull. If you want to hit it, take it the other way.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
And my goodness, that nearly got him as he had to back away from it. It's ball 3.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And they won't even attempt to run on that arm in right, so despite the runner moving on the pitch, it'll wind up first and second here. Miguel Sano is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is Adonis Garcia digs in now. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Tomas moving to his left, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Digging in, Justin Turner. He's hitting just above the banner 300 mark on the season coming into this one. And that misses for ball 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Now a swing as he hits this one into the air. Well, this will be foul off to the right, out of play. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Yes, it will. He's got himself a 1-out single. And that'll bring up Oscar Hernandez. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
That's just not a competitive pitch. I mean, that ball wasn't even close. Now the hitter's sitting 2-0.
3-0 now. Here it comes on 3-0. And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4. Now at the plate, Jeremy Hazelbaker hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why. So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Swing and a liner, but foul. He's set, and the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and they come back from a 3-0 count to sit him down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
Shortstop,
Dansby Swanson is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. From the stretch. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. 2 down, runners at first and second. Misses, ball 2. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
This is a really good at bat. This is the kind that you go back to the dugout, regardless of the outcome. They go, great AB, man, great AB.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Danny Santana is at the plate as he looks at ball 1.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
2-0 now. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at. Taking all the way there, and a walk could be huge here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the bat on his shoulder again on the next pitch.
That's some pressure pitch.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Here's John Jaso now. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Catcher, John Jaso.
In there for strike one, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. The next 0-2. And another foul ball. Now another 0-2. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Stepping in, Yasmani Tomas. His average for the year sits in the 280s entering play. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the second here with no score. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Man, it's going to be a long game. The angle that he's throwing that sinker at, nobody's going to touch that.
Called strike, and he's behind 1-2.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
Swing and a liner. Foul. 1 out, nobody on. Ground ball left side. Turner's got it. On to first, and there were 2 down. Here's the lefty, Gregor Blanco now. They'll try to make something. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Grounded to the right. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Jacoby Ellsbury.
And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
And that ball's not intentional. That was not even a fastball. Relax, relax now, people. I know we get excited when the ball's up and in.
1-2 as he chases the slider. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. Look out as this bat shatters on impact. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now.
And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly. Digging in for his second at-bat, Logan Forsythe. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1.
That's the advantage of having a good 2-hitter hitting second in your lineup. He knows he's going to get something to hit because they're going to pitch to him. And now here comes the heart of the order. They've got a great opportunity to get on the board here.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. Scorched to third. Reined in. One there. On to Goldschmidt. A double play. Ready for another chance. Wilmer Flores. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Third inning, no score to this point. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hard hit ball to short. And this will get on through past Reyes for a base hit. Good work in a pitcher's count to get on base and keep the inning alive. Stepping in, Adonis Garcia, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Garcia.
And a strike called at the knees, 0-1.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. And he is proving to be something of a non-threat with a bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. A tough sinker on the inside corner. Same pitch that time, the sinker, but it looked like he made a good adjustment with it.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. Released it from out front much better that time. I just think he wasn't real happy with the first one he threw, so he wanted to get the feel back for it.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. And a good throw gets him, 1 gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Christian Yelich. It was a fly out for him to start the home first. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Hit hard toward the right side, but taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher. Digging in to try it again, Brendan Drury. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. This is going to kick off the fence now out in front of the Arizona bullpen. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. Striding in, Paul Goldschmidt. A base hit in his first trip. McCarthy comes set. First pitch on the way. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner.
He might want that pitch back up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Hit on the ground out to short. Swanson picks it up, and nothing will come of the 2-out double. Striding in once again, Justin Turner. They'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th. Hit on the ground to third. Lamb fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. And that'll bring up Oscar Hernandez. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Squared that one up just a little late. And the pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Tomas is in pursuit, but this will land out there just foul. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
So he chased out of the strike zone on that one. Oscar Hernandez is sent packing for the 2nd out of the inning. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a great change of pace has him off balance, a swing and a miss. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for. Jake Lamb standing in now. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Third baseman, Jake Lamb.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he's just behind the breaking ball.
Well, that was an awful late swing on a curveball. One of two things. He either didn't pick it up or he was sitting curveball and had his mind made up that he was going to swing and the break broke before he expected it.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
Now another 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Hard ground ball to third. Scooped up on the backhand. And he's retired here, one away.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Miguel Sano comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
You know, I think that off-speed pitch fooled him a little bit, but not enough. He was able to hold back.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Sinker stayed high, but called for a strike. No runs, 3 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, he falls behind 3-1 right now, but man, he is really throwing the ball well. He's been attacking them all game.
Swung on and missed 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Swing and a liner. Foul. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away. Here's John Jaso now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third one. 3 in a row.
Cut fastball, and he's got to lean out of the way of that one. And here's a ball hit in the air. Forsythe ranging into the outfield. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. Here's Yasmani Tomas. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Fielder, Yasmani Tomas.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Oh, that's out.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Here it comes, 1-0. And that's in there for his strike, 1-1. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. Forsythe has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So coming to the plate, Dansby Swanson. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. Line toward right center. And this inning starts with a solid base hit. He'll get it into second. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Ready once again, Danny Santana. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Now a bunt attempt here. And this will wind up working as a sacrifice as he steps on first, allowing the runner to move into second. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. A hit in 2 tries so far. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 strike home now to Ellsbury. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. And the changeup is way low that time. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Here's Lamb to make the catch now, and there are 2 away. Ready for another shot now. Logan Forsythe, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Runner breaks for third. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 2 out here and a runner at second. Spin and a throw back to second, and he's back easily. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now. Hit hard down the line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Now at the plate, Gregor Blanco. He'll start things out in the home half of inning.
Left fielder, Gregor Blanco.
Into the windup and the pitch. A cold strike on the inside corner.
He's having a really good game. He's over 70% first pitch strike. When you get that first pitch strike, now it opens up the whole strike zone, and that's why a pitcher can dominate, and he's doing that in this game.
And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Garcia in foul ground, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Here's the shortstop now. Jose Reyes comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. And now a pitch on the way. Swing and a liner, but this is a foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. On the ground to the right side, and that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a 1-out single. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
For the Diamondbacks.
Digging in once again.
Fielder, Christian Yelich.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Well, that's a great pitch right there. You're saying to yourself, why? Because you got that base runner on. That's almost like a pitch out. An outside fastball, catcher set up, ready to throw. If you get the call, great. If not, you're set up to throw him out.
Pitch inside, the throw. And it's not in time, so Reyes has himself a stolen base. Sinker misses there, and now he's in trouble. 3-1. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch, and the runner's breaking for third. Slides down the left side, but foul. McCarthy up to 67 pitches thus far. The 3-2 one more time. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Brandon Drury will bat next. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Boy, he's got to want that pitch right there. I know he's been getting a few tonight already, but man, he's around the plate. He's consistent, but like any pitcher, you want all the calls.
Needs to get that sinker down. It's 2-0. And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. And ooh, that strike zone's getting a little inconsistent now. It's 2-2. right side. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run to throw to the plate. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base.
Number 43, Arodys Vizcaíno.
Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Trying to do way too much up there for what I can tell. He knows that's a big run standing there at third, but that swing was way out of control. You still have to stay within yourself and look for your pitch.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And a 2-1 slider is looked at for a called strike 2.
That's the 3rd slider in a row, and I'm going to tell you what, I think he'll probably throw 4 and maybe 5 if he needs it.
A swing and a miss at a ball down. And he is in there. At the plate, Jake Lamb. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Hyunjin Ryu.
Your attention, please. Now pitching
looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
Looking at the first pitch for a strike, then takes a swing, and now you find yourself down 0-2. He's just got to battle. Spread out, get ready to swing at anything close, and make sure you don't get called out on a 3rd strike. This is a big spot right here. 2 runners on. You got a 0-2 count. You waste 1.
Now, and the third baseman makes the play. That digging in to try it again. Wilmer Flores. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Wilmer Flores.
And this is fouled back and out of play.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it were.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. That one is out of here. This game is tied. Adonis Garcia digs in now. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And that's by him. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a swing and a ground ball, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now.
Well, he's out in front of that breaking ball right there. Not surprised. I was after that fastball. Nice job of pitching, kind of keeping him off balance.
And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Ready with another 0-2. Grounded down the third baseline. And a diving effort there at third. Good way to bruise your ribs. How much for one of them ribs? It's a foul ball. Chopped weakly to the left. Lamb comes up with it. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Third baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot. Justin Turner. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Brian Cortez enters from the bullpen to do the pitching. Now the Diamondbacks get a left-hander up and working in the bullpen. And he'll go after the first offering here, although this looked to be well below the knees. It's strike 1.
That's a big pitch right there. Now he's got him 0-1. And he still may not be comfortable. Even 0-1, he's still a pretty good hitter when he's down the count. This is a big pitch right here. Now that's a slider that's pretty easy to recognize. Started on the outside, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate. The one that's difficult is that one that starts in at you and still breaks over the plate.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Fly ball out toward left center field. Yelich is after it, but he won't get there. It falls in. Digging in
The
now,
catcher, number
Oscar
28.
Hernandez. One in, one out, and one on here in the inning. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
That was a good 2-0 slider right there. Now you're still sitting 2-1. I continue to look for that fastball, but that was a nice slider right there. That's a good fastball down the zone. Now, some hitters are good low ball hitters, but that's exactly where you want to be.
So he chased out of the strike zone on that one. Oscar Hernandez is sent packing for out number 2 in the 6th. Little chopper back his way. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Here's Miguel Sano, 0 for 2 on his line thus
Leading
far.
off for the Diamondbacks. Designated hitter.
Into the
Miguel
windup and the pitch.
Sano.
Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. The windup and the 0-1. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Ready for another shot now, John Jaso. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Line drive to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Digging in once again, Yasmani Tomas. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. High in the air into shallow left center. Ellsbury is under it. 2 gone. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's the lefty Gregor Blanco now. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Hit to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Pedro Alvarez is up off the bench as he'll pitch.
Number 26, Pedro Alvarez.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. Striding in once again, Danny Santana. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. On the ground up the middle. Drury has it. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away.
The batter,
ready once again, Jacoby Ellsbury. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The curveball that catches the inside corner.
Look, Matt, he's done a nice job getting those first 2 outs. I mean, look, this is a good hitting team. And now you got the 2-hitter coming to the middle of the order. But you can limit the damage by getting those first 2 outs. I think he's limited the damage so far this inning.
Into the box now, Logan Forsythe. He went down on strikes last time up. Sent on the ground out to second. Backhanded. Off balance throw. Gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. Here's the shortstop now, Jose.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks, the shortstop, Jose Reyes.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. 1-0 pitch on the way. The high fastball is in there. Now Reyes awaits the 1-1. There's a breaking ball over the outer half.
Well, that pulled him right there. Clearly, he was not sitting on that curveball. He couldn't pull the trigger.
Sliced hard on the ground. And that will get through into right. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base to lead off the inning. In is Christian Yelich. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. To 2-2 now.
The good hitters, they don't usually have trouble with the low 90s fastball. He might have been looking for something else.
Pitch strike 3 called. The throw. Brandon Drury will bat next. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Hit on the ground to third. Turner has it. Throw on to first. 2 gone. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score.
The first baseman,
ready for another chance? Paul Goldschmidt. He'll look to
Goldschmidt.
bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he'll take first here on the intentional walk, so make it runners at the corners now with 2 away. First delivery to him on the way. Jake Lamb is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0.
Hey, this game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. Coming in to score is the runner from third, and they've taken the lead here in the 7th. Here's Miguel Sano. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Oh, in trouble lurking now. He's got it to 2-0. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Ryu comes set. 2-0 on its way. 3-0 now.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Working to keep them in the game here. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Hernandez has a play, and that's the 3rd out. Digging in and looking for more.
Leading off for Atlanta, the designated hitter,
Jay Bruce will pinch hit here, and
hitting
he's
for Atlanta, number 19, Jay Bruce.
Aroldis Chapman enters from the pen to start the 8th, and it's quite possible they'll ask him. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Calling for it, Blanco. He's got it one away. Stepping in, Adonis Garcia. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A changeup over the inside corner. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And look out as that one ran in and got him. Digging in, Justin Turner is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat.
Turner
takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
Well, that's a high pitch he's swinging at right there. Even if he makes contact on that, Matt, I think it's a pop-up. He's probably not going to drive that ball. That ball's so high out of the zone.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Justin Turner goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Oscar Hernandez is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. Here he comes on 2-0. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Well, what's he looking for? 2-0 fastball right down the middle, and he took it? I don't know what he's thinking about. Maybe he thought he was going to throw him a breaking ball. I think you got to sit fastball there. Goodness.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is. Here's John Jaso now. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Jaso.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. And that's a base hit, so a chance for some important insurance here to kick off the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting.
Digging in, here's Manny Tomas. He flew out in his last at-bat. Tap down the line. That winds up foul. The windup and the 0-1. And no swing apparently. Ball 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Santana on the move. But he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. Throwing to second. He hit the corner and tries for third. Throw won't get him. So a runner stands at third. One man is out. And that'll bring in Gregor Blanco, the left fielder. Swing, and he popped him up over in foul territory back behind third. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
This is where you got to pitch to the strikeout. Infield's drawn in. You don't want contact. You want to make him swing and miss. Throw the nastiest stuff you have.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Hit out towards second. Forsythe is there, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. So coming to the plate, Jose Reyes. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Jose Reyes.
Liner toward right center. Santana is there, and he puts this one away for. At the plate, Jeremy Hazelbaker, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he'll take this to the bag himself. 1 gone here in the 9th. In now is Pedro Alvarez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Oh, that was a tough pitch to lay off. If he took this hack at that slider, he thought it was going to be over the plate and just kept running away.
And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
That's that international language of fighting words right there. When you throw that fastball up and in, man, that upsets a hitter. That could end my career right there.
There to take it is Blanco, and there are 2 away now.
Right fielder.
Digging in the switch hitter, Danny Santana. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. A fastball that just misses inside. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Hell, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with. Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Jacoby Ellsbury stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
It's on the bag, and he is out trying to take second, and this ball game is over. And, fellas, the outing turned in by the man you see there certainly can't go unrecognized. Aroldis Chapman. Can't ask for much more. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, it's awfully comforting to have a guy like this you can call on to shut the door for you. He went out there and put the hammer down, and sometimes that's easier said than done.
The final line score for the ball game tonight for the victorious Diamondbacks. 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. For Atlanta, 1 run, 8 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 43 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, 49,033. The Diamondbacks thank you for joining us here at Chase Field and remind you to please drive home safely.
Thursday night baseball on the show as we come to you from Rogers Center here in Toronto. Tonight, it's the home opener for 2017. Between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Toronto Blue Jays. It's Blue Jays baseball, and it's on its way next. Christian Yelich is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one. It's strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out the first.
Batting second,
Brandon Drury.
Brandon Drury.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A called strike over the outside corner. Here comes the 0-1. A high fastball is in there.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you can get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it into the dirt and turn one over for you.
A runner at first with no outs here. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. Throw into third. At the plate, Paul Goldschmidt. Batting average for him on the season, standing in the 320s entering action today. The cutter runs outside, ball one. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. Runners are at first and third with none out. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last three pitches. The book on him is that he hits the way pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same look.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. Coming to the plate now, Miguel Sano. And a quick glance at the numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Here we are in the first inning. We're watching adjustments be made after giving up that extra base hit. Now that's better location. He's going to have a better day if he does that.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
3-1 count to this guy. You don't want to challenge him right here. Don't give him anything to hit. No, no, no. Keep it on the corners.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4. Here's John Jaso now. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Curveball looked at here for strike one. The 0-1. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Oh, a tough pitch to lay off that time, but he got away with it. 1-2.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. John Jaso goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Yasmani Tomas is at the plate as he looks at ball one. And that'll get on past Tulowitzki. It's a base hit. Here's the lefty, Greg. Blanco now.
The left fielder, number 5.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball one. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. A little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Cabrera is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. So coming to the plate, Kevin Pillar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half.
Center fielder, Kevin Pillar.
And here's a fastball called for strike one. Well, Harold, you take a look at this Diamondback squad as they begin play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
And he's safe at first, so he's aboard on the drop third strike. And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200. And he misses inside with that one, ball one. Nobody out, runner on first. Now a throw over, and the runner back safely. This is line to left, and that's in there, base hit. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. The season batting average comes in down in the 240s. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
Well, he's got himself a little bit of a jam right here, Matt. He's got 2 on, nobody out. Look, I want to get a double play ball. Just pitch the contact, get the double play here.
Here's Justin Smoke now, and he is proving to be something of a non-threat with the bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. And he got him out in front that time. Strike one. 0-1. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Yelich is under it. And that's the second out of the inning. Here's Steve Pearce now. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game. He appears to be having some issues with pitch command to start the game. He's dealing with 2 guys on, and that last pitch looked like a big mistake in that location, right down the middle, but he got away with it.
The next 0-2. Now the double steal is on here, and an off-speed pitch. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Jose Reyes.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Donaldson in foul ground, and this will land foul. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. This is on the ground over to first. Smoke is there, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
The center fielder.
Into the box, Christian Yelich. He reached on a single in his first try. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left. Striding in once again, Brendan Drury. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Oh, Matt, look, it's real simple. If you're going to throw the ball down the middle in the big leagues, you're going to get hammered. He's got to put the ball in the corner if he wants to have any chance. That's a great check swing. That's tough to hold up on that pitch. It looks like a fastball, and the slider just breaks away from you. He's held up, though. Strong hands.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Way in front of a great slider that time. The 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
You hate facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, and now you go down 0-2. You have no idea what he's going to throw here. The at-bat's almost over.
Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Third baseman.
This pitch is popped up. Goldschmidt is there for it. Makes the play, 1 away. Here's Kendrys Morales, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1.
Well, he swung right through that on that changeup. The changeup is a tough pitch to swing at for the first pitch because you haven't measured his velocity yet, so you don't know what you're going to see coming your direction.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting 8.
Russell Martin now. The average coming in just shy of 200, so maybe a hit or 2 in this ball game could push him at least over that dreaded mark. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him, 0-1. Tapper up the line, but it gets foul.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Jake Lamb standing in now. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
Third baseman.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
Well, there's a strike looking, but you know what? They've been so patient. They're leading in this game, I think, because of their discipline at the plate. They're not swinging at balls out of the zone.
Now a check swing. The appeal down to Earl Hendricks at third. No swing. It's ball 1. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate. So it's a good start to the inning for the Diamondbacks. Leadoff hitters aboard. Ready for another chance? Miguel Sano. He drew a walk his first time up. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. Stepping in and ready for another shot, John Jaso. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Drilled on the ground to short. He's right there to second for 1. On to Smoke. Gets a double play. Digging in for his second at-bat, Yasmani Tomas. A base hit in his first trip. On the ground up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. Digging in to try it again. Gregor Blanco trying to keep things. Stephen Kojima is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. And there's ball 1.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. 2-2. 2 out with the man at first. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. Here's Melky Cabrera, and they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close. And now that was an easy take. Now he's locked in. You're sitting there 2-0. Get real specific. Make him throw you your pitch.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Center fielder number 11.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High in the air out to center field. Yelich able to take this one in, and there's your first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting.
Standing in, Devin Travis. He singled his last time up. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Cold strike on the change, 2-1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
2-2. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
There to handle it is Tomas, and there are 2 away now. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Troy Tulowitzki.
And that's high for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Slider stayed too low, ball 2.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. The 3-1 pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Tomas moves over, and that's the 3rd out. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Shortstop.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Pitch on the way. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now. And the pitch. And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now. Waiting next, there's Christian Yelich. Swing and a liner, but foul. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Swing and a looper to left. And Reyes is aboard with a leadoff single. Now this is cut and thrown to first. So stepping in, Christian Yelich. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Reyes rounds third and is digging for the plate. And they'll add another as this is now a 5-0 game. Ready for another shot now. Brendan Drury. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Hit on the ground toward the left. And he's set down, 1 away. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 5 runs, 10 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Grounded back up the middle. There to field it is Tulowitzki. Throw gets him, 2 down. Jake Lamb standing in now. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Cabrera going back at the track. The wall. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Miguel Sano checks his swing here on the first pitch, and it's 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
Yeah, I doubt he's going to look back at that swing when he's reviewing the video of his at-bats tomorrow.
Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, and he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop. Here's Justin Smoke now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's a swing and a ground ball. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 0-1. Here's the pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he's retired, 1 away. Here's Steve Pearce now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Steve Pearce.
And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Well, he got away with one right there. He hung a slider to this guy in the middle of the order and got away with it. You're feeling good about yourself right now.
Goldschmidt has room in foul territory, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Third baseman,
stepping
20.
into the box, Josh Donaldson. He popped out in his first trip. Heading out towards shallow right. Tomas moves over, and that ends the inning. Stepping into the box, John Jaso. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Drilled down the line, and a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. The relay, and he's safe. Here's Yasmani Tomas. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. Grounded to short. Up with it now is Tulowitzki. No problem here, 1 away. Here's the lefty, Gregor Blanco now. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
Boy, this is one of those tricky spots for a pitcher, right? You have an open base, but you have a guy on deck that can do a lot of damage. Not a good spot to be in if you're a pitcher right now.
And that's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third. So they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Shortstop.
First delivery to him on the way. Jose Reyes stands in as he looks at a called strike. Set to deliver the 0-1. Lifted in the air out to center field. Pilar's there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And he'll think better of trying to score as he holds it third with 2 away now.
Now batting.
In is Christian Yelich. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Pilar is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd. Here's Kendrys Morales. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Designated hitter.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Moving under it, Tomas. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Russell Martin now comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. A little bouncer that winds up foul. The 0-1 home to Martin. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Curveball that time, not even close. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Tomas. 2 gone. Here's Melky Cabrera. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
I really like how he's getting ahead early in the count. He's pitching aggressively, and what that does, it holds the pitch count down.
The 1-1 home to Cabrera. Line drive to center field. And Cabrera's going to have himself a base hit. So he delivers with 2 away, and the bottom of the 5th marches on. Digging in now, Kevin Pilar. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. The 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Ready with the 1-1. And a fastball just a bit high. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Hit down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And another foul ball. The payoff pitch one more time. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Yelich on the move. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from first. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. A hit in 2 tries so far. Hit hard towards center. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. Now the relay home. The tag from Jaso won't be in time. He's safe at the plate. Digging in once again, Troy Tulowitzki. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And now some action in that Arizona bullpen, as it looks like they'll have both a lefty and a righty up to throw. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. And this one misses to Tulowitzki. It's a ball and a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Yelich is under it, and that retires the side. Ready for another chance. Brendan Drury. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. Takes a high fastball for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Hits this one hard the other way. Smoke fields it cleanly, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
First baseman
riding in once again, Paul Goldschmidt. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Lays off 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Digging for second is Goldschmidt. And he's in there safely. He's got a double. Digging in and looking for more, Jake Lamb. Already a pair of long balls on his line in this one, so we'll see what else he has in store here. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Takes a good curveball at the knees. 1 out and a runner on second base. And that's in there. Base hit. Goldschmidt rounds the corner and is headed home. And the tag from Martin. They got him at the plate. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. He's set and the pitch. Miguel Sano is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. All 1-0. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Lofted in the air out to right field. Pierce is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Justin Smoke. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously It's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Jose Bautista will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. And Bautista has a base hit. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Runners on first with one down. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Here's Kendrys Morales. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Trying to pick things up where we left off, John Jaso. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll run it over there himself for the out. Ready once again, Yasmani Tomas. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Joe Biagini comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the 7th. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on.
Jose Bautista
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 5.
Digging in once again, Gregor Blanco. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. Now here's the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
I like that backdoor breaking ball right there. 0-1. Show him something on the outside half. He swings. He's probably going to roll over it. If not, you might get the call. You didn't get it there, but I like the selection.
In there, a base hit. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Swinging a soft liner, and that'll get down for a base hit. Oh, and he takes his eye off it here, and it goes right past him. So coming to the plate, Christian Yelich, looking to make it 3 straight 2-out hits here. He's got a runner in scoring position at second, but pulled in. Russell Martin now 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. 1-0 pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Goldschmidt is there for it. Makes the play, 1 away. So 1 away now in the Toronto 7th. And striding in is the left fielder, Melky Cabrera. Andrew Chafin takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this.
Number 40, Andrew Chafin.
Now this pitch is swung on and popped up, and this will also head toward the right side of the infield. Drury is there to take it, and they're able to take care of Cabrera on just a single pitch. Kevin Pillar stands in as he looks at ball 1 here.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you can do with that slider breaking down on it unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. And it's grounded foul. Now a snap throw to first. And the runner back. Comes set with the 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll throw behind the runner to first. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. Ready for another shot now. Troy Tulowitzki trying to cash in here on this 2-out rally. Couple of men in scoring position with 2 away.
Well, the Blue Jays have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. They're hoping they get it right now. This would sure be a good time.
And a foul pop behind the plate. Jaso is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great. Brandon Drury will bat next. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Well, he's just 2 outs into his major league debut on the mound, and so far he doesn't seem nervous or like he's trying to do too much. That's easier said than done. I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
And that slider's almost in the dirt. The 1-2 pitch. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats.
That is too good a pitch to make right there with 2 strikes. But he fouled it off. Now you got to stay aggressive and go get him again.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Hit back up the middle. And it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. So with a man aboard now, the RBI men will have an opportunity with nobody out in the inning. Paul Goldschmidt is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. Tapped out in front of home. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Digging in to try it again. Jake Lamb. Great game for him so far. 4 hits, including a couple of home runs. And he lays off there, 1-0. Swung on and missed, 1-1. Runner at second here with 1 man out. And he pumps the fastball by him here, 1-2 now.
That's just a challenge fastball right there. Here it is. Hit it. Fastball up in the zone.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Hard hit ball to second. There is Travis. Throw gets him, 2 down. Here's Miguel Sano. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And this is going to be a foul ball. 0-1, here it comes. Very weakly on the ground. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Here's Justin Smoke now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw by Reyes is right there for the first out. So striding in, Jose Bautista. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Moving under it, Tomas makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in, Josh Donaldson. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. Good swing there, but this is fouled off to the right side. Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there. Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line drive to center field, and that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. Good work in a pitcher's count to get on base and keep the inning alive. Stepping in, Kendrys Morales. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. 2 out with the man at first. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Stepping up to the plate, John Jaso. He'll be charged with trying to get on board, leading off the ninth. Hit out towards second. Travis towards second. He's got it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
Now batting.
Here's Yasmani Tomas. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Now that's a nice pitch. He ran that into about mid-90s and put it past him.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Oh, and he misses it. But no, he puts on the brakes and will head back to first. The relay. Throw won't get him. Here's the lefty, Gregor Blanco now. It's been a 2 for 4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Swing and a liner. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. Tomas is on his way home. And the runner from second is in to score. And he is out trying for 2 bases, but credit him with a single and an RBI here.
Jose Reyes.
First offering on its way. Jose Reyes is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Right side. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Striding in, Russell Martin. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Yelich is there, and that won't help the cause. It's a quick out here to start the home ninth.
The left fielder number.
Here's Melky Cabrera, a hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ball game. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Down the third baseline. A dive, but he can't make the play, and it's down the left field line. And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single with 1 away. Now in the box, Kevin Pillar. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Nate Jones enters from the pen to begin the frame with a sizable.
Nate Jones.
First pitch on its way. And a whiff at a good slider that time. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
No ball.
In the dirt here. And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored. A wild pitch. This one's flared toward left center. Reyes onto the grass, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Drury fields it cleanly on to first, and that is going to conclude the festivities here.